take some time now to settle the body, sitting in a comfortable position, but making sure that the shoulders are back and down but relaxed to open up the chest and the heart space. And the spine is straight with the head and neck aligned. Hands are on the knees with in a mudra of your choice. And the eyes and the mouth are lightly closed. And take a long, deep inhalation. And visualize when you're inhaling. When you inhale, you're opening up the heart space. And when you exhale, release anything that's been weighing on your heart, whether it's worry or pain or whatever it may be. Just release all of those things, anything that's concerned you today. And do this 3 times. Long, deep yogic breath in through the heart space, and then exhaling and letting go of anything that's weighing you down. And then just returning to the natural breath. And now bringing the awareness back to the heart space. And in the heart space, visualize a steady candle flame. And then visualize the candle flame, the light from that flame, the warmth and the glow, reaching every cell of the body. And with the focus on the heart space, we'll now chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti and the Shanti mantra to pay respect to our wisdom traditions and to each other. So breathing in first for Om chanting. Om. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinadvatitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. And now clear your space ready for our asana practice. We're going to begin the class with Tatali Asana, the butterfly posture. So bringing the feet in front of the buttocks with the feet flat on the floor, then bring the knees out to the side, putting the soles of the feet together and clasping the hands around the soles of the feet. Inhale. When you exhale, allow the knees to fall towards the floor, opening up the hips. And then inhale, bringing the knees up towards the shoulders and checking in with your posture as well. Now, we'll complete 10 rounds of this practice. And without pushing or straining, you'll notice how with each exhalation, the knees will fall a little bit further towards the floor and the hips will open as well. After your final round, come back to base position with the legs out in front of the body, arms behind, with the fingers pointing away from the buttocks, and just observe the effects of the practice. And we're now going to do some upper body work. So for this, please, you can either sit with your legs crossed, or you could sit in Vajrasan, or just stay in the base position, whatever's right for you. And bringing the hands out in front of the body, placing the palms together at shoulder height. Inhale, and then bring the arms out, opening up the chest, and you can tilt the head back slightly. Exhale, bringing the palms back together, stretching out through the arm joints. Complete 5 rounds in this way, really slowing it down and trying to coordinate the breath with the movement. And focusing on the heart space and the opening of the heart space from this practice. And also observing how you inhale when you're opening up the chest, allowing the lungs to increase their volume as well. And after your final round, just rest the arms for a few moments. Again, just observing the movement of energy in the top half of the body and in the bottom half from our first practice. And we're now going to move to a kneeling position. So if you have sore knees, you may want to pop a cushion down if that works better for you. So for this practice, what we're going to do is, I'll just put that down. Oh, if it'll let me. So kneeling, we'll begin with the right side. So kneeling on the right knee, bringing the left leg out, you can see, to the side, and then bringing the left arm down the leg and bringing the right arm over. So it's like a side stretch. And just hold and then come back out. And then we'll do the same on the right side. So kneeling on the left, right leg out towards the side with the right arm down the side of the leg, and then stretching the left arm up and over to where is comfortable for you. So it might be just here, but making sure that you're not moving forward or back. So it's a true sideways stretch. And we'll do another 2 rounds on each side, remembering to breathe in the practice. And just holding for what works for you. And when you've finished in your own time, come back into the base position. Again, just taking your own time. There's no rush. Just working within your body. Also giving the knees a rest. We'll now move into Majari Asana. So the cat posture. So coming onto the hands and the knees, making sure the knees are directly below the hips, arms are directly below the shoulders, and the back is straight. Head and neck are aligned. And so the back is straight. Inhale and bring the head up towards the ceiling, arching the abdomen down, stretching through the arms. And then exhaling, bringing the head in between the arms, arching the spine towards the ceiling. This is one round. Complete another 4 rounds, trying to make the movement really smooth and coordinating it with the breath. Really aiming to achieve that body breath mind connection. And after your final round, come back into Shashankasana, child's pose. And allowing yourself just to release into this posture. It is a relaxation posture. And then when you're ready, we'll go up to a standing position, but we'll do head to foot pose on the way up. So bringing the feet flat to the floor and then allowing the top half of the body to hang over the bottom half. Either have the arms loose, or you could even grasp the opposite elbow behind the knees. And just allowing gravity to do its work. And then when it's right for you, very gently roll vertebrae by vertebrae up to a standing position. And then in a standing position, standing Shavasana, so legs are hip width apart, arms are hanging loose by the sides, spine is straight, head and neck are aligned with the shoulders open but relaxed. And if you feel comfortable, close the eyes for a few moments and just feel the steadiness and the comfort on the feet, feeling solid against the floor, feeling steady. And now bring the feet a little bit further than hip width, not too wide, but just a little bit further. And then cross the arms in front of the body at the wrists, across the wrists in front of the body. Inhale, as you're inhaling, Bring the arms above the head. Tilt the head back slightly and exhale. Open the arms up at shoulder height, opening up the chest, stretching right through the arms and the fingers, focusing on the heart space. Inhale, bringing the arms up above the head again, stretching up through the torso. And then exhaling, bringing the arms back in front of the body again, bringing the head back to its natural position. This is one round. Complete 5 rounds of this practice. Really slowing it down. And when you've completed the practice, come back to standing Shavasana. Again, in your own time, just moving with your own pace. We'll now complete the practice of Tadasana, the swaying palm tree pose. So again, legs a little bit further than hip width apart. Clasping the hands in front of the body with the arms straight, and then bringing them up above the head. Inhale first, stretching up through the middle, and then exhale, bringing the arms first over to the right, tilting the body. Try and keep the arms straight and don't move, tilt forward or back. So it's a real sideways stretch. And if it's easier, you can dig the right foot into the floor a little bit just to deepen that stretch. And then inhale back to center, stretching up to the middle. Exhale, coming over to the left side. Complete a total of 5 rounds in this practice, remembering to stretch up in the middle on the way through. And after your final round, come back to standing Shavasana and taking some time just to observe the effects of all of the practices so far. We'll now do a balancing posture, again focusing on the heart space. We'll do the one-legged prayer pose. So we'll begin by balancing on the right foot, on the right leg, sorry. So for this one, find a point on the wall that you can put your gaze on to help to keep your focus steady. And then bring the inside of the left foot to the inside somewhere of the right leg. So it depends on where you're at. It might just be easy to do it at the ankle level, or you can do it up on the inside of the thigh. Best not to do it in the inside of the knee. And so when you've got your balance and you can do that, bring the hands together in front of the heart space first, once you're steady. And then if you're feeling steady, bring the arms up above the head, bringing the left knee out towards the side, and just holding. And just holding for your own duration, and do the same then on the other leg. So we'll just do one round on each, just holding for what is right for you. And after your final round, just come back into a standing Shavasana again. And for our final posture, we're going to do a very slow round of Surya Namaskar. So just one round on each side. And I won't instruct this because I know you're both very familiar with the practice. So, yeah, so just very slowing it right down so you really feel each of the postures involved in this sequence. When you've finished, again in your own time, come back to a comfortable sitting position. And just allow the body to rest a little from the practices, and then we'll prepare for our pranayama practice. But just focusing on the natural breath in the first instance, allowing the breath to regulate and observing how, with the natural breath, it fills the abdomen with air and then the chest with air. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And it does this spontaneously. And for our pranayama practice, we'll do Viloma. And so just continue in the position where you are. And for Viloma, it's using the yogic breath, but it's a staggered breath. So on the inhalation, you inhale through the nostrils into the abdomen and then pause. Then continue with the same inhalation to the chest, pause, and then complete the inhalation to the upper chest. And then it's one long, unbroken exhalation. And so we'll do that 3 times, and then we'll do it the opposite way. So then it will be one long, unbroken inhalation, and then the exhalation will be first exhaling from the upper chest, pause, the chest, pause, and then completing the exhalation from exhaling from the abdomen. So 3 rounds of each. And then when you've completed that, please then lie down in Shavasana to prepare for Yoga Nidra. And so for Yoga Nidra, make sure that you have everything that you need. You may need a cushion or a blanket, depending on the climate of where you are. And lying in Shavasana, so the legs are about hip width away, hip width apart, and all tensions released from the legs and the feet. And the arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing the sky. The spine is straight, head and neck are aligned, eyes and the mouth are lightly closed. And there's balance. There's balance between the left and the right sides of the body. Take a long, deep yogic breath in now, and when you exhale, focus on releasing the body into the floor, just allowing the body to melt into the floor. And then take another long, deep inhalation, this time releasing any remaining tension in the body. In places sometimes we forget we hold tension, like expressions on the face, let them go. Any tension in the jaw or behind the eyes, just let them all go now. And then returning to the natural breath. And feeling the body's contact against the floor. So feeling the heels and back of legs and the buttocks, and feeling that pressure against the floor. Feel the back and the spine, the back of the hands and the arms and the shoulders. Feel all of these points against the floor. And feel the back of the neck and the back of the head also against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact create just one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. Now become aware of sound. Listen first for sounds that are far off in the distance without trying to identify what they are. Just move your awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. And now bring the sound awareness just a little bit closer to the sounds outside the room of where you are. Again, just taking the same approach and moving the awareness from sound to sound. And bringing the sound awareness even closer now to sounds inside the room where you are. And now bringing the sound awareness to sounds inside the body, beginning first with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And then moving the sound awareness to the sounds and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. So listen to my instructions. When I say the name of a body part, place your awareness there, visualize that part, and mentally repeat the name of that part. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the back of the body with the heels, back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, and the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. And moving now around to the face with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the eyes, the ears, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the chin, the jaw, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest, the right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel, the right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, and both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, and the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, all at once, the whole body. And release the focus of the body rotations now and bring the awareness back to the natural breath. And observe just how subtle the natural breath has now become. And also observe the rise and fall of the abdomen in response to the natural breath. And we'll now add a visualization to the natural breath in the following way. Breathe in through the back of the heart space as if the shoulder blades were like doors, drawing in a cool, silvery softness. And on the exhalation, breathe out through the front of the heart space, releasing a warm, honey gold glow that spreads across the chest and down the arms to the palms. So you're breathing in silvery softness and you're releasing honey gold kindness. And if the mind wanders, remember to use the breath like an anchor and bring it back to the practice. Release the breath visualization now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body is feeling colder and colder. The body feels as though it's out walking on a cool winter's morning. You can feel the frost in the air. It makes your eyes sting and your nose water. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside on a frosty winter's morning. Release the feeling of coldness now and replace it instead with a feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels as though it's lying on the hot sand on a sweltering summer's day at the beach. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like it's lying on the hot sand on a sweltering summer's day at the beach. Release this feeling of heat now and replace it instead with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels so heavy, it feels like it's made out of lead and it's pressing against the floor. The body's feeling heavier and heavier and it feels like it's pressing against the floor. Release this feeling of heaviness now and replace it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels as light as a cloud floating on the breeze. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, just like a cloud floating on the breeze. Release this feeling of lightness now and release all of these sensations completely. Allow the body to come back to its usual state. But instead now, come to the space of the mind, the space known as Chittakash, the space behind the closed eyes. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize or create the following objects and images. You are standing outside a lighthouse at dusk, and the sky is a beautiful pinky red. You feel the coolness of the air and decide to go inside the lighthouse. You open its red door and go inside a circular room, and it's very quiet. You see the great glass lens beside you, and within each halation, you polish the lens of the light in the lighthouse. You polish it, and with each exhalation, the beacon turns and sends a band of golden light sweeping across the horizon. And the sky has changed to an inky midnight color. And you see the light from the beacon traveling over the rooftops and the coastline, across windows, and over strangers and loved ones alike. No choosing where the light goes. It floods over to everyone. And each rotation, the beam returns to you, also bathing your chest with the same warmth that it's offering other people. It's a rhythm of receive, offer, and receive. And it's a symbol of how kindness refills as it is given. As the light moves around, it helps others and it also helps you. And the fact that it's non-discriminatory also means that you are in a perfect state of Atma Bhav, where everyone receives the same kindness, everyone has the same light within them, and the world is illuminated in the same magical way. And now it's time to leave the lighthouse and come back to the mat in the room where you are, bringing that feeling of kindness in your heart space. And it's time to call to mind your Sankalpa. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And allow the breath to deepen now and feel the movement that it creates in the body when you do this, and how the back moves against the floor on the inhalation. And check in with your body, observing how you're feeling right now. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. So very gently begin to remember the details of the room where you are, the color of the floor and your coverings, And also remember the time of day and begin to hear the sounds around you. Remember the world attached to those sounds. And when you're ready, start making small movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the body to very gently externalize. And move and stretch in a way that's right for you at this moment, being kind to yourself, as this class is focusing on kindness, but you need to be kind to yourself before you can extend that to others. You may like to bring the knees to the chest to stretch the back, or raise the arms above the head for a full body stretch, whatever works for you at this moment in your body. And rolling onto the right side. And then in your own time, keeping the eyes closed or downcast, very slowly and gently come up to a comfortable sitting position, aiming to maintain that peaceful state that you have created. And now in a comfortable sitting position, bringing the awareness to the heart space once again, and observing there a steady candle flame, which is almost like the light in your lighthouse. And observe the flame and the glow extending to every cell in the body. And with this visualization now, we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude the practice. Breathing in. Om. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.